Jaya Radha Mādhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Mādhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Yasodanandan Vraja Janaranjana Yasodanandan Vraja Janaranjana Yasodanandan Vraja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Mādhava Gopī Jaya Radha Mādhava Gopī Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Yasodanandan Vraja Janaranjana Yasodanandan Vraja Janaranjana Yasodanandan Vraja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Mādhava Gopī Jaya Radha Mādhava Gopī Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jai Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivaracharya Stotara Sata Sri Srimati Divine Grace Abhay Charanaravindra Bhakti Vedanta Swami Śrīla Prabhupada ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Namacharya Śrīla Śrīdhara Thakur ki Prem se kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advait Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki Sri Sri Radha Shyam Sundar Lalita Vishakha Gop Gopinath Shyamakund Radhakund Giri Govardhan ki Brajbhumi Vrindavan Dham ki Maipur Navadip Dham ki Harinam Sankirtan ki Harinam Sankirtan ki Harinam Sankirtan ki. All glories to assemble the body. Glories to assemble the body. Glories to assemble the body. Glories to Sisa Guru and go and go. Grantraj Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 1, Chapter 84, Text 1. So I'm asked to read the synopsis of this chapter first, then we will go to text 1. So please hear very carefully. It's a summary of this chapter. The sages' teachings, chapter 8. Teachings at Kurukshetra. This chapter describes the arrival of great sages at Kurukshetra to observe the auspicious occasion of a solar eclipse, the sages' glorification of Lord Kṛṣṇa, and Vasudev's enthusiastic performance of sacrifices. On the occasion of a solar eclipse at Kurukshetra, exalted ladies like Kunti, Draupadī, and Subhadrā got the chance to associate with Lord Kṛṣṇa's queen. Seeing how much the Lord's consorts loved their husband, the ladies were struck with wonder at the women talked among themselves, and the men did likewise. Great sages headed by Narad and Vyasadeva arrived there, desiring to see Lord Sri Krishna. The various kings and other leading personalities who were sitting at their leisure, including the Pandavas, Krishna and Balaram, stood up as soon as they saw the sages. The leaders all bowed down to the great souls, inquired about their well-being, and worshipped them by offering them sitting places, water, and so on. Lord Kṛṣṇa then said, "Now our lives are successful, for we have obtained the goal of our life, the audience of great sages and yoga masters, which even demigods only rarely obtains." The water at holy places of pilgrimage and the deity forms of the gods can purify one only after a long time, but saintly sages purify just by seeing them. Those who identify themselves with their bodies and neglect to honor transcendental sages like you are no better than asses. After hearing Lord Sri Krishna, speaks these words in the mood of a mere mortal, the sages remained silent for some time, sometimes bewildered. Then they said, "How amazing our Lord is! He covers his true identity with human-like activities and pretends to be subject to superior control. Surely he has spoken in this way only to enlighten the general populace. Such behavior of his is indeed inconceivable." The sages continue to glorify the Lord as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Super Soul, and the friend and worshipper of the Brahmins. After the sages had praised him, Lord Kṛṣṇa offered them his obeisances, and they begged his permission to return to their hermitages. But just then Vasudeva came forward, bowed to the sages, and asked, "What activities can one perform to be free from the bondage of fruitive work?" The sages replied, "By worshipping the Supreme Lord Hari, through the performance of Vedic sacrifices, you will become free from the bondage of fruitive work." Vasudeva then requested the sages to act as his priest, and he arranged for Vedic sacrifices to be performed with super excellent paraphernalia. Afterward, Vasudeva presented the priest with valuable gifts of cows and jewelry, and also with marriageable Brahman girls. He then performed the ritual bath, making the end of the sacrifice, and fed everyone sumptuously, even the village dogs. Next, he gave ample gifts to his relative, the various kings and others, who all took Sri Krishna's leave and returned to their own home. Unable to depart because of his intense affection for his relatives, Nanda Maharaj remained at Kurukshetra for 3 months, served with reverence by the others. On one occasion, Vasudeva began to describe the deep friendship Nanda had shown him, shedding tears openly. At the end of 3 months, Nanda left for Mathura with the fond farewell of all the Yadavas. When the Yadavas finally saw that the rainy season was about to begin, they returned to Dvārakā, where they related all that had happened at Kurukshetra to the residents of their capital. Text 1. Śrī-Śuka uvāca. Sukadeva Goswami said, Srutva, hearing, pṛthā, Kunti, Subala putri, Gāndhārī, the daughter of King Subala, Atha, and Yājñasenī, Draupadī, Yājñasenī, Draupadī, Mādhavī, Subhadrā, Atha, and Kṣutipa of the kings, Patya, the wife, Patniya, the wives, Uta, also, Swa, Lord Kṛṣṇa's own, Gopya, gopīs, Krishna, to Krishna, Akhila, of all, Atmani, the soul, Harau, the Supreme Lord Hari, Pranaya, loving, Anubandhanam, attachment, Sarva, all of them, Visimriva, became amazed, Alam, greatly, Asrukala, with tears, Akula, feeling, Aksha, whose eyes. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Śrīla Prabhupada. Sukadeva Goswami said, pṛthā, Gāndhārī, Draupadī, Subhadrā, the wives of other kings, and the Lord's cowherd girl friends were all amazed to hear of the Queen's deep love for Lord Kṛṣṇa, the personality of Godhead and soul of all being, and their eyes filled with tears. Repeat after me, please. Sukadeva Goswami said, pṛthā, Gāndhārī, Draupadī, Subhadrā, the wives of other kings, and the Lord's cowherd girl friends were all amazed to hear of the Queen's deep love for Lord Kṛṣṇa, the Supreme Personality of Godhead and soul of all beings, and their eyes filled with the tears. Purport by His Divine Grace. Draupadi is the chief hearer in this assembly of exalted women, since, as explained by Śrīla Śrīdhara Svāmī, she had asked the Queen that Lord Kṛṣṇa's Queen answered by relating respected stories. Since Gāndhārī and the other ladies named here were not even mentioned in the previous chapter as having been present, Acharya Śrīdhara concludes that they must have heard the Queen's narration only second-hand. Indeed, Draupadi would never have spoken so freely in the presence of pṛthā and Gāndhārī, her elders, or before the gopīs whose attitude towards the queens of Dvārakā was not particularly sympathetic. Even though the gopīs joined in shedding tears, it was more because of their being reminded of Sri Krishna's pastimes than because of any loving affinity between them and the queens. We should remember, of course, that there is always perfect harmony on the spiritual platform. Apparent conflict between pure devotees is nothing like mundane envy and strife. The jealousy of the gopis was more shown than substance, being exhibited by them as an ecstatic symptoms of their overflowing love for Krishna. Śrīla Śrīdhara Svāmī further analyzes the phrase Svagopya as implying that these gopis were the queen's Swarupa, the original prototype of whom the queens were specific expansion. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rup Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dīnabandho Jagatpate Gopesh Gopikaka Radhakant Namastute Tapta Kanchan Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriya Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advait Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Sukadeva Goswami said, pṛthā, Gāndhārī, Draupadī, Subhadrā, the wives of other kings and the Lord's covered girlfriends were all amazed to hear of the queen's deep love for Lord Kṛṣṇa, the Supreme Personality of Godhead and soul of all beings, and their eyes filled with tears. So this is the synopsis or a summary of how Krishna taking his appearance in material world. So the queens such as pṛthā, Gāndhārī, Draupadī, Subhadrā, and covered girlfriends of Lord were all amazed to hear of the queen's deep love for Krishna. So at Kurukshetra, this assembly of or meeting of Lord's Queen and the girlfriends of Krishna gopīs happened. So of course gopīs, they amaze and they are even transcend what is a conversation, because their relationship with Lord was totally a different plane altogether. So the queen are glorifying Krishna, how he is best husband and how he is satisfying queen in Dvārakā. Of course, they are assembled at Kurukshetra. Conversation is taking place at Kurukshetra. So here in Kurukshetra, they are meeting the gopīs and the queens. And of course, Śrīdhara Svāmī says here that elderly ladies, they departed from this conversation. Otherwise, gopīs and queens, they wouldn't open-heartedly talk about their love for Krishna. So, this is the setting in an atmosphere or setting. Anyway, I was given different words, so I have to find all references here, which is unfortunate. So at Kurukshetra, these queens are glorifying how their husband is extraordinary husband, Krishna. And as we know, the queen's relationship with Krishna was Madhurya, but it was not like gopīs. Gopīs' relationship with Krishna was also in Madhur Ras, but it's a different relationship altogether. The gopīs act with Krishna as boyfriend or friend, and they are in pure Madhur Ras, and queens are talking about Madhur Ras, but in relationship. So Krishna's advent, I'll talk more about it because that's what I prepared, miscommunication. So Krishna's advent in this material world was to relieve the burden of material world, pṛthā, especially pṛthā. Pṛthā goes to Kshirodaksha Vishnu at the shore of Kshir-Sagar with Brahma and Shiva and all demigods, and prays to the Lord that just like Queen Kunti is praying, a bojil, a boat which is overburdened can sink. So similarly, this earth was very much harassed by demons, and so the earth is praying to Krishna to advance, to relieve the burden of the earth. And Krishna's Queen Kunti has several reasons for Krishna's advent. He says that you came to teach the transcendental science of devotional service to those who has forgotten it, to revive bhakti. And she says that you wanted to glorify and increase the value, or whatever words I don't find, increase the transcendental glories, that's the word, of Yadu dynasty, just like in Malayam hills there is Chandan, because the Chandan is growing into Malaya hill. The Malaya hill is valuable. Its glory increases because of Chandan or sandalwood trees. Similarly, he wanted to increase the glories of Yadu dynasty. Yadu dynasty and Yadu dynasty was devotee, all of them, starting with Nand Maharaj and King Yadu. Nand Maharaj was the whole dynasty was devotees dynasty. Yeah. And on the other side also, and Parjanya and all ancestors, they were all very much devotee of Krishna. So because they were harassed by demons, so you came down in Yadu dynasty and increased the value of that dynasty, Yadukul, Yadunandan, we say Yadunandan, Yadav. So Krishna wanted to increase the value. In other words, to relieve the burden of the earth. So Krishna appearance and disappearance is totally transcendental. He says, Janma karma same divyam. I am transcendental to birth and my activities totally transcendental, divyam. Janma karma same divyam. Evam yo vedti tattvataha tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti suarjuna. So if you can understand Krishna as a transcendental to janma and karma, his activities is transcendental. Whether he kills or he delivers or he prays or he gives anand, bliss, is all transcendental. And one has to know him tattvataha. Tattvataha, knowing Krishna tattvataha means he is the cause of all causes. And he is the chief, or from him all incarnations comes. And he is the topmost Supreme Personality of Godhead, who has created both material and spiritual world. If you can see, the cause of all causes is Krishna. That means we are saying him tattvataha, that he is root cause of everything. So for him there is no birth and there is no death. Transcends birth, death. Tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti suarjuna. So Krishna's birth and disappearance is also transcendental. In Bhagavatam, 11.31 canto, 11.31 chapter, 4th verse says, or first, it is described how his disappearance is also transcendental. After leaving this planet, he doesn't leave his body behind. Atma viramam swatanum dharana dhyana mangalam. So adagdva means without burning his own body. So come, he went back to Dham Swakam Gata. He went back to home. He passes through Swargaloka, of course, but he advanted with his own, he ascended, unadvanted both, ascended with his own transcendental Satchidananda body. Lokabhiramam Swatanum. Swatanum. Swatanum means his own body. He went back to home, back to God. He didn't leave body behind. All other yadus, they left their body behind. Their wives enter funeral fire with their husband's dead body. But it is not described that Krishna's wife enter into funeral fire with Krishna, Krishna's dead body or anything. Swatanu, he went back to home, back to Godhead with his own body. So it's transcendental to janma karma, divyam, evam yo vetti tattva tyaktva deham, punarjanma naiti mameti, so Arjuna. So Krishna's appearance, that's what we are discussing for a while, and we will discuss for a while. So it is very transcendental. His main reason to come here is to paritrāṇaya sadhunam, to give pleasure to his devotees and to protect his devotees. Paritrāṇaya, he wants to protect his devotees. That's the main reason. He can do everything over there, being over there in Golok Vrindavan. He can do everything through his agency called demigods and Maya, Parvati, Durga. He can do everything, Yogamaya. He can do everything by being there. But he cannot give pleasure to his devotees by being there. He has to come down. So that's his main reason. Prashni Garbha and Uttapa, they prayed to Krishna after going through so many austerities for so many years. And when Krishna pleased with them, they asked the boon that we want to have a son like you. So who can be his son like him? There is nobody equal to and parallel to him. Asama Urdhva. There is nobody. So, Hare Krishna. So, he had to personally come. Asama Urdhva. So, for a baby, crying baby, crying baby wants mother, and father goes and gives all kind of toys or eatables or anything and everything. But the baby wants mother, so mother has to personally come. So same is the case with Krishna, that Krishna has to go into the womb, or Krishna has to go into the trouble of killing so many demons, like Kamsa. Kamsa was the biggest demon, and so many demons he had to come. But still Krishna was asked by his devotees that please come, we want a son like you. So Krishna had to come to give pleasure to his devotees. So Prashni Garbha and Uttapa, they became, in next birth, they became Vasudeva and Vasudeva and Devaki, and take birth with their womb, with her womb. And then he wanted to give pleasure to Nand Maharaj and Jasoda, who is his real father and mother in spiritual world. So we know the rest of the story, that how he gets transferred to Gokul. And in Gokul he is, anyway, as soon as he is born, Śrīla Jiva Goswami says that a child was born and Kansa was to kill. But Krishna told the doorkeepers and everybody, I want to go to Gokul, Vasudeva also. So Krishna broke the chain of Vasudeva, and Vasudeva took Krishna, a very small young baby, to Gokul, and there Mother Jasoda gives birth to two children, as Jiva Goswami explains. So two children, one male and another female, two child. So the Vasudeva bought Krishna. So that Krishna merged into the Krishna that was given birth by Mother Jasoda, original Mother Jasoda. And he took the Yogamaya potency back to Mathura. So Krishna appears to give pleasure to his devotees. It's a very obvious reason. There is no other reason. He has to give his personal association, personal presence to his devotees. He can do Bhubar, relieve the burden of the earth, or kill the demons. So many demons, billions of demons like Kansa. Kansa was the biggest demon on earth planet at that time. Garga Samhita, we see the description of Kansa. So he can do everything by being there. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but cannot give pleasure to his devotees, personal association. So he appeared as Krishna and to Vasudeva and Devaki he has promised to Prushnagarbha and Uttama. So I'll stop here. There is ample time for question. So anybody has any question at all? Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Mike.
So, thank you, Prabhu, for the class. I have a simple question that Vasudeva, he took Yogamaya from Yashoda and took Yogamaya back to Mathura. And then Kamsa tried to kill the female baby. But in the narration, it looks like is it Yogamaya that is trying to kill, or is it Mahamaya with the 10 hands?
Yogamaya, Mahamaya is all one and the same expansion of Maya Devi, who is Durga, Satya, Savitri, Gayatri. It's all Yogamaya and then expansion. So many expansions, yes. Comment.
It says that the Kaur girls were amazed to hear of the Queen's deep love for Lord Kṛṣṇa. So is everyone's love the same for Krishna, that Krishna praying? Is it that somebody has more love or less love, or they're just exhibiting externally, but the love factor is the same for everyone?
For everyone, for gopīs, or for every living entity?
Yeah, every living entity I'm talking about. everything that he has that Nitya-Siddha Krishna prema, the love for Krishna. But it's saying here that they have a deep love. So is there different qualities or different quantities of love that people can exhibit?
Yes, it's different quality and quantity. That is true. Yes. Yes, all Vedantas are speaking. Let's hear from them. But Nitya Siddha Krishna Prem, let me answer a little to Prabhuji's. Yes, it is Nitya Siddha, but it is not awakened. So Sravanadi Suddha Chitte Kare Uday. So that's the work we have to do. Bhakti Ras. We have to immerse ourselves into to have that Nitya Siddha Prem manifest. And that's why Sattvic Vikar and so many bhav and so many Śrīla Rupa Goswami is analyzing all this up to prema. So Nitya Siddha Krishna Prem, yes, but Sravanadi Suddha Chitte Kare Uday. So it is our work to hear and chant the glories of God, glories of Krishna, to manifest that dormant love for Krishna. That's what I understand. It is different because it is sleeping stage. Some awaken it to fully, some partially, some here, some there. So Sravanadi Suddha Chitte Kare Uday. How much we practice bhakti, that can manifest our dormant, sleeping love, awaken. And then you can act on the transcendental platform. Sorry.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Kartu Prabhu. I would like to comment from that question, Panchaguru.
Yes.
That the Lord is equal to everyone, but He reciprocates according to the intimacy. Some devotees are like far from Krishna. Not far means the service that they do. It's like here, we have the pujaris, the cooks, and we have the cleaners. But Krishna's love for all of those devotees who are doing specific services are equal. But the pujaris are so close to Krishna. So similarly, just like Radharani, she's the closest. The queen, the Lakshmi Devis, then the queens of Dvārakā. So it is the question of how intimate Krishna is, the way He reciprocates to them. Even though Krishna is equal for everyone, to everyone, even to the creepers, to the trees. But the intimacy is what the meaning of that deep love.
You're mentioning about we have to work on it and do our sadhana and bhakti, but there's also said that unless the Lord reveals or the Guru reveals that knowledge, it's not just by our efforts of trying to work on our bhakti. So is it that the Guru is giving that knowledge or helping awaken that knowledge or that love by being satisfied by the performance of our external activities? Like Śrīla Śrīdhara said, don't try to see Krishna, but do something so Krishna wants to see you. So bhakti is a practical thing, right? You have to apply it now. Hearing the chanting and serving the Lord too. That's all serving. I guess that's a comment.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Maharaj. Now, when I read this, like gopīs, we see that they're the topmost, and they're very amazed to see the love that queens have. So, is this that's the genuine appreciation they have for all each other? how do we as sadhakas keep that mood that we are able to see good in all the devotees and also able to appreciate whatever they are doing and keep that mood? Can you use some tips?
Well, when you reach the top, then everything is included. So reach the top. Now at that top is a big understanding. So we have to work towards that top.
And while we are not at that stage, how do you maintain the right mood? Is there any tips?
Well, many things, but main thing is devotees. In this chapter also, Krishna gives so much honor and respect to the sages, devotee sages, whatever. So, if you want to love me, love my dog, they say. So we have to start their love and devotion with his devotees. That's where everything is at. Everything will come from that. And there are different three grades of devotees, and three kinds of association. We can not same association we can take from anybody and everybody. There is difference. So if you serve devotees, everything is including. Everything. Krishna will be very pleased. He says, even Bhagavata, Mad Bhakta, Puja, Abhya Adhika. He says, my devotees' puja is better than my puja, seva. Puja means seva, archan, whatever. Mad Bhakta, Puja, Abhya Adhika. So, if you can have that kind of atmosphere or that kind of consciousness serving devotees, that will help us a lot to elevate our Krishna consciousness. Okay. Anybody has any question at all? We have 1-2 minutes.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you for your enlightening class. So, we understand today by your class that if we serve devotee, then by their mercy slowly we can increase our devotion towards Lord Kṛṣṇa and love. So, there are so many devotees assembled here, different qualities according to three mode of matter and nature. We want to reciprocate, we want to cooperate with devotee, but sometimes we face that we want to cooperate, we want to talk sweetly, but we are not getting a response from others. So why it is happening? Because we want to cooperate, we want to love, but we are not getting.
So keep trying to get that reciprocation. Keep trying. If he is a devotee, he will improve his relationship with you. If he is not, then he will keep spoiling it, relationship. The devotees are of three kinds. So we have to discriminate devotees also. We have to discriminate devotees. So we want to serve pure devotees, madhyam devotees, and third class devotees has to come up with, serving others. They can uplift themselves. So it's a science of Krishna consciousness, science of Bhakti Rishamrat Sindhu. Everything is in that book, up to the top. So we have to be intelligent. We have to become Trinadapi Sunichera Tarureva. We have to become. What is the loss? Where is the loss? If you become humble, tolerant, And I don't see loss in tolerating. Amanina manadena. What is the loss? If somebody doesn't give you honor, what is the loss? I am Purishera Kita hois moise lagist, Jagai Madai hoi moise papist. That's what I am. Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami says, I am lower than a worm in a stool, and I am more sinner than Jagai and Madai. Purishera Kita hoi moise lagist, Jagai Madai hoi moise papist. I am more sinful. So that's my position. And very, very hard to come up to that consciousness, that I'm lower than the worm in a stool. Very hard to come to that stage. I'm very elevated, I'm first class, very easy to come to that stage. But to come to Purishera Kit, we should try. Trying. Krishna will help. Sorry, I'm 2 minutes over. Thank you very much. Yeah. Krishna performed many pastimes, yes, even today.
He is enjoying when he performs pastime with gopīs, gopas, his friends, our friends. When he kill the demon, he enjoy. Like he kill.
Yes, he enjoys, and demons also enjoy.
He kill Rukmani's
Yes.
brother.
That is Krishna's transcendental position. Demons also enjoy. They get also salvation as impersonal salvation. So they also enjoy. They also enjoy. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, always Prabhupada. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की, वैष्णव भक्त वृंद की, गौर प्रेमानंदी।
Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Rama Rama Hare